Hello everybody, it's Miss Sarah here in my house, and I thought it would be super sweet to do a bedtime story time. So if you haven't already, go and brush your teeth. Can you brush your teeth? Go in the bathroom, brush your teeth, wash your face, and whatever else you do before you get in the bed. And yeah, get on your pajamas, get on your nice comfy pajamas and get in bed and get your closest and most favorite stuffed animals around you and snuggle in tight, and we're going to read a bedtime story. Before we do that though, I thought it would be super cute to do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star instead of Tickle in the Clouds, because I don't want to have to get y'all back out of bed to get back in the bed. Anyways, so we'll do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, okay? So get your hands, and we're going to do that. We've done this one before. It's one of my favorites. So twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Very good. So, we're going to read a golden oldie book. This one is, yeah, pretty old, but I thought it would be quite appropriate for bedtime story time. So this is Dr. Seuss. Do you know that awesome fellow? He did The Cat in the Hat and The Lorax, which we'll be reading later this week for Earth Day. But Dr. Seuss's sleep book. What are they doing? Are they looking like they're getting ready to go to bed? They sure are. What are they doing? Are they yawning? Oh, yep, they sure are. We're going to be doing a lot of yawning in this book. And the publishing company is Random House, located in New York. And the first page, this book is to be read in bed, which I think is, we are perfectly doing this correctly. So, get all snuggled in with your mom or dad or grandma, grandpa, or brother, sister, or your favorite stuffed animals, and enjoy, okay? Or Miss Tootsie, she may be coming and make a guest appearance. I don't know. She does like to read books with me, so especially when I'm before going to bed. So anyway, all right, are you ready? Okay. So the news just came in from the county of Keck that a very small bug by the name of Van Vleck is yawning so wide. Oh, you can look down his neck. This may not seem very important, I know, but it is. So I'm bothering telling you so. Is he yawning real wide? He sure is. The yawn is quite catching. You see, it's like a cough. It just takes one yawn to start other yawns off. Now the news has come in that some friends of Van Vleck's are yawning so wide you can look down their necks. At this moment, right now, under 7 more noses, great yards are in blossom. Oh, they're blooming like roses. My goodness, that's a yawny bunch. And Mr. Matt, he's helping me here, and he's yawning a lot too. Can you say, hey, Matt?
Hey, everybody.
So, he's my helper. The yawn of that one little bug is still spreading According to latest reports, it is heading across the wide fields, through the sleepy night air, across the whole country, toward every which where. And people are gradually starting to say, I feel rather drowsy. I've had quite a day. Oh, here's Matt Man yawning again. Yep. I think everybody looks pretty pooped out, don't you? Miss Tootsie, are you pooped out too? I'm trying to get her to come in here. Creatures are starting to think about rest. 2 Biffer-bomb birds are now building their nest. They do it each night, and quite often I wonder how they do this big job without making a blunder. But that is their problem, not yours, and not mine. The point is, they're going to bed, and that's fine. Is that anybody's favorite part of the day, is going to bed? Yeah. I think it's Matt Man's.
Without that.
Sleep thoughts are spreading throughout the whole land. The time for night brushing of teeth is at hand. Can you brush your teeth again? Shh. Up at Herkheimer Falls, where the great river rushes and crashes down crags in great gargling gushes, the Herkheimer sisters are using their brushes. Those falls are just grand for toothbrushing beneath, if you happen to be up that way with your teeth. Have you ever heard of that, brushing your teeth in a waterfall? I can't say that I have. The news just came in from the castle of Krupp that the lights are all out and the drawbridge is up. And the old drawbridge drawer just said, with a yawn, oh, my drawbridge is drawn, and it's going to stay drawn till the milkman delivers the milk about dawn. I'm going to bed now. Oh, so nobody better come around with a special delivery letter. The number of sleepers is steadily growing. Bed is where more and more people are going. In Culpeper Springs, in the Stilt Walkers' Hall, the Stilt Walker Stilts have called it a day. They're all tuckered out and they're snoozing away. Can you snooze? Can you snore? I think Matt Man's trying to snore. This is very big news. It's important to know, and that's why I'm bothering telling you so. Oh my goodness, they are all in their beds and their stilts are leaning against the wall. My goodness, they're tuckered out. Way out in the west, in the town of Merced, the Hinklehorn Honking Club just went to bed. Every horn has quietly hung on a hook for the night in its own private Hinklehorn nook. What do you think about that, guys? Sully, Mickey? All this long, happy day, they've been honking about, and the Hinklehorn honkers have honked themselves out. Can y'all honk? Honk! But they'll wake up quite fresh in the morning, and then they'll start right in Hinklehorn honking again. Everywhere. Oh, I missed to show you a page. Let's see. See the Hinklehorn honkers? They're fast asleep with their Hinklehorn honks on the wall hung up. Everywhere creatures are falling asleep. The collapsible Frink just collapsed in a heap. What do you think about that, Tootsie? And by adding the Frink to the others before, I'm able to give you the Who's Asleep score. Right now, 40,404 creatures are happily, deeply in slumber. I think you'll agree that's a whopping fine number. My goodness. I don't think I've ever seen one of them before. Counting up sleepers. Just how do we do it? Really quite simple. There's nothing much to it. We find out how many we learn, the amount, by an audio-teleo-talio count. On a mountain halfway between Reno and Rome, we have a machine in a plexiglass dome, which listens and looks into everyone's home. And whenever it sees a new sleeper go flop, it jiggles and lets a new big old ball drop. Our chap counts these balls as they plop in a cup. And that's how we know who is down. Can you point down? And who's up? Can you point up? Who's awake or asleep? My goodness. There must be a lot of people asleep. Do you talk in your sleep? It's a wonderful sport. And I have some news of this sport to report. The world champion sleep talkers, Joe and Mo Redzoff, have just gone to sleep and they're talking their heads off. For 55 years now, each chattering brother has babbled and gabbled all night to the other. They must have a lot to say, eh? They've talked about laws, and they've talked about gauze. They've talked about paws, and they've talked about flaws. They've talked quite a lot about old Santa Claus. Ha! And the reason I'm telling you this is because you should take up this sport. It's just fine for the jaws. Jaws, yeah. Are they just talking away? They sure are. Do you walk in your sleep? Uh-oh, do y'all sleepwalk? I just had a report of some interesting news of this popular sport. Near Finnegan Fen, there's a sleepwalking group which not only walks, but it walks a hula hoop. My goodness, have y'all ever sleepwalked a hula hoop before? I sure haven't. Every night they go miles. Why, they walk to such length, they have to keep eating to keep up their strength. Oh my. So every so often, one puts down his hoop, stops hooping, and does some quick snooping for soup. That's why they are known as the Hoop Soup Snoop Group. I think Matt Man's about to fall asleep, y'all. He's winking, blinking, and nodding. Are you awake?
Physically or mentally? You are very good at your job.
Sleepwalking, too, are the curious Crandalls, who sleepwalk on hills with assorted sized candles. The Crandalls walk nightly in slumbering peace, in spite of slight burns from the hot dripping grease. The Crandalls wear candles because they walk far, and if they wake up, they want to see where they are. I don't think that would be very safe to sleep with candles on your head. Oh, now the news has arrived from the Valley of Vale that a Chippendale mupp has just bitten his tail. Can you bite your tail? Tootsie, do you bite your tail? I think she's looking outside. Tootsie! Which he does every night before shutting his eyes. Such nipping sounds silly, but really, it's wise. He has no alarm clock, so this is the way. He makes sure that he'll wake at the right time of day. His tail is so long, he won't feel any pain. Till the nip makes the trip and gets up to his brain. In exactly 8 hours, the Chippendale mupp, well, will at last feel the bite and yell, ouch, and wake up. Tootsie, do you ever bite your tail and wake up? I bet you do. Do y'all have a Chippendale mupp or a cat or dog with you? Do they bite their tail? Tootsie sometimes chases her tail. Tootsie, your ears must be burning right now because we're talking about you. And Mr. and Mrs. J. Carmichael Crocs had just gone to bed near the town of Fort Knox. And they, by the way, have the finest of clocks. I'm not at all sure that I quite understand just how the thing works. With that one extra hand, how many hands does a clock have? 1 or 2? 2. This clock has 3. It's different. My goodness. But I do know how this clock does one very slick trick. It doesn't tick-tock. Can you tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock? How it goes is tock-tick. My goodness, how would that sound? Tock-tick-tock, tick-tock, tick. So with ticks in its talker and talks in its ticker, it saves lots of time, and the sleepers sleep quicker. Do you see the clock? That is quite the clock. See the 3 hands? They're fast asleep. What a fine night of sleeping from all that I hear. It's the best night for sleeping in many a year. They're even asleep in the Zwieback Motel, and people don't usually sleep there too well. The beds are like rocks. That's not very comfortable. Have y'all ever slept on a rock? I wouldn't recommend it. And as everyone knows, the sheets are too short. They won't cover your toes. Oh, I wouldn't like that at all. My toes have to be covered. So, if people are actually sleeping in there, it's a great night for sleeping. It must be the air. See? I don't think I would like sleeping there. It's a great night for snores. Can you snore? That sounds like Matman snoring. I just had a report of some boys who are tops in this musical sport. The snortiest snores in all our fair land are Snorter McPhail and his Snore-a-Snort band. I think Matt's in that band. Do y'all snore too? Y'all could be in it as well. This band can snore Dixie and Old Swanee River so loud it would make 40 elephants shiver. Can you shiver? The loudest of all the boys in McPhail. He snores with his head in a 3-gallon pail. Can you pretend to have a pail on your head and snore, and how loud that would be? That would be really loud. So they snore in a cave 20 miles out of town. That's considerate.
Mm-hmm.
If they snored closer in, they would snore the town down. That's silly. Oh. I'll let you all see the pictures. See them snoring? Sometimes Miss Tootsie snores too. Tootsie, do you snore? Kitty! Do you know who's asleep out in Funa Laguna? Two very nice Funa Laguna baboona. Boy, say that 10 times fast. Funa Laguna baboona. Funa Laguna baboona. I can't do it. That's hard. We've added them into our Who's Asleep count, which has grown to a really amazing amount. Exactly 8,808,000 creatures are sleeping now. Isn't that great? My goodness, there's the Funa Laguna baboonas. I think that's probably my favorite picture so far. It looks like Mom and Dad. A Jed is in bed, and the bed of a Jed is the softest of beds in the world. Oh my goodness, I would like this bed, y'all. It is said he makes it from pom-poms he grows on his head. And he's sleeping right now on the softest of fluff, just like Tootsie's tail. It's really fluffy. Completely exhausted from growing this stuff. My goodness, that is quite the bed. Miss Sarah would like that one if it's that soft.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This is a funny picture. The news has come in from the district of Doft that 2 ofts are asleep and they're sleeping aloft. And how are they able to sleep off the ground? I'll tell you. I weighed one last week and I found that an oft is so light. He weighs -1 pound. Wow. My goodness. And they have little signs that says, someone please pull at 8 a.m. Thanks. And this one too, please. I think that's funny. Is that Miss Sarah and that man? Could be. A moose is asleep. He is dreaming of moose drinks. A goose is asleep. What does a goose say? Honk! That's right. He is dreaming of goose drinks. That's well and good. When a moose dreams of moose juice and nothing goes wrong, when a goose dreams of goose juice. But it isn't too good when a moose and a goose start dreaming they're drinking the other one's juice. Oh my goodness, y'all. Phew, my hair looks terrible. Moose juice, not goose juice, is juice for a moose. And goose juice, not moose juice, is juice for a goose. So when goose gets a mouthful of juices of mooses, and moose gets a mouthful of juices of gooses, they always fall out of their bed screaming screams. My goodness. So, I'm warning you now. Never drink in your dreams of either of these juices. My goodness. That was a tongue twister on that one, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Tootsie, are you listening in there? She's probably seeing birds going to bed. Oh, speaking of dreaming, I think you should note that the Bumble Tub Club is now dreaming afloat. Every night they go dreaming down the Bumble Tub Creek, except for one night every 3rd or 4th week. when they stop for repairs 'cause their bumble tubs leak. But tonight they're afloat, full of dreams, full of bliss, and that's why I'm bothering you, telling you this. Boy, oh boy, some of these folks could go to sleep in the funkiest places. Could you fall asleep in a little tub and float down the Bumble Tub Creek? Hmm? I don't know, guys. At the fork of a road in the Vale of Vavode, 5-foot weary salesmen have laid down their load. All day they've raced round in the heat at top speeds. Sounds like Matman. Unsuccessfully trying to sell Zizzerzoof seeds. Luckily you don't sell Zizzerzoof seeds. Which nobody wants because nobody needs. Tomorrow will come. They'll go back to their chore. They'll start on the road, zizzer-zoofing once more. But tonight they've forgotten their feet are so sore, and that's what the wonderful nighttime is for. It's good for going to sleep, isn't it? It sure is. Everywhere creatures have shut off their voices. They've all gone to bed, in the bed of their choices. They're sleeping in bushes, oh, they're sleeping in crannies. Some on their stomachs, and some on their fannies. They're peacefully sleeping in comfortable holes, some even on soft-tufted barber-shop poles. The number of sleepers is now past the millions. The number of sleepers is now in the billions. Wow. My goodness. That is quite many places to go to sleep, isn't it? They're sleeping on steps and on strings and on floors. Tootsie, are you asleep on a string or on the floor? In mailboxes and ships and the keyholes of doors, every worm on a fish hook is safe for the night. I don't know if that man's out. It might not be. Might not be safe. Every fish in the sea is too sleepy to bite. Every whale in the ocean has turned off his spout. Every light between here and far Foodle is out. And now, adding things up, we are beyond, way beyond billions. Our Who's Asleep score is now up in the zillions. Wow. Boy, they're sleeping in all sorts of funny places, aren't they? I see in a ship, in a crook, in a cranny. You see any spots, other places, on the steps? My goodness, on string?
Holding their backs.
They're everywhere, on their backs, on their fannies. My goodness, they sure are a sleeping bunch. 99 zillion, 9 trillion and 2 creatures are sleeping. So, how about you? Are y'all getting sleepy? Miss Sarah is. And that man is. Tootsie, are you getting sleepy? I wonder where she's at. When you put on your light, then the number will be 99 zillion, 9 trillion and 3. Wow, that's a really big number. You know, that makes me think this picture. There's a meteor shower going on for a few more days and at night, so y'all should go outside and look and see if you see any shooting stars. And be sure to make a wish on that shooting star. Last night I think was the peak, but it was kind of really cloudy. And good night. I like that book. And again, this book is to be read in bed. I just love it. So, I hope you all enjoyed that story. Are y'all feeling sleepy? Miss Sarah is. It's just nice to relax with Mickey Mouse. And I got Sully here from Monsters Inc. and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. And Tootsie, I really did think she would come up, and she must be camera shy tonight. So, anyways, so we're going to do one more song, and it's called Good Night. So, can you show me the number 1? And one fluffy quilt on my bed. Can you show me a fluffy quilt? Yeah. 2 little pillows under my head. Under your head and pillows. Oh! 3 teddy bears to hold tight. Can you get a little? I got Mickey and I got Sully. Oh, and let's get Mr. Beast out and hold him tight. Can you show me the number 4? 4 kisses from Mom for a restful night. Can you blow kisses? Mwah, 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 mwah. And 5 hugs. Can you give hugs from Dad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And off goes my light. Turn off that light. Oh. Good night. Oh, and take off my glasses. I hope you all enjoyed story time. And Miss Sarah is going to go to sleep. Y'all sleep tight. Good night. Oh. Done.